Grave was awake for 100 years more than Cinderella, so I suggest let's start with... Nope, I changed my mind. Let's start with Cinderella because Shift Up released Cinderella first, which means they expected people to know Cinderella's Born story first before Grave's Born story. So we go in that direction, alright? Maybe there'll be better storytelling that way. If it's your first time here and you're just watching the stream for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I am desperately struggling to get to 1,000 subscriptions. Cinderella's Born story. Prince. I can't do her voice. Prince. Something is weighing on my mind. What is it? It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. Grave has done so much for me. Our relationship almost feels unbalanced in a way. Can that really be called beautiful? I want to do something for Grave as well, but I can't think of anything. I think seeing you awake is more than enough to make her happy. Yeah. Why did I give Anis that voice?
Yeah. I'm sure she's over the moon just to see you up and about.
Well, I am her magnum opus after all. It would stand to reason that my existence in itself would be enough to fill Grave with pride. That's so obvious, I should hardly have to point it out.
Oh.
But that's not enough. It's not nearly enough to repay her for all she's done for me. Grave has dedicated her entire life to me, so I want to do something special for her. How about a nice heartfelt gesture? Something heartfelt? Like what? Like, say, helping her tend to her weapons, or repairing some of the medical equipment. I don't want to go around touching Grave's things without permission. Besides, she's far more knowledgeable than I when it comes to things of that kind. True. How about helping her recharge her firepower? Since she's gotten a new body, she's gotten a new body, hasn't she? You can help her boost her offensive capabilities. Kick her firepower up to the next level. Impossible. Oh, alright. Grave and I have distinctively different abilities. I don't see myself being able to enhance her firepower in any meaningful way. The only thing I could do is get her accustomed to her newfound strength. How about making a special mirror just for her? I can't. I'm not confident that I can make a mirror more beautiful than those which Grave creates herself. I can't force her to use something substandard merely for my own gratification. Fair enough. Okay, I'll try redoing Anissa's voice, alright? I see chat freaking out about it.
Yeah. Man, this is tough.
God.
How about making her favorite dish? Surely that's not too much to ask.
Cook for her?
Never mind, forget it. If you're not into it, we can think of something else.
No, I think it's a fine idea.
You do?
I think it's a good idea too.
Really?
Grave always gives me so much, so it would be nice if I returned the favor. I think cooking something up for her is worth a shot.
Have you cooked before?
No.
You haven't? Not even once? You're gonna You gonna try and cook without any experience?
I've read about the basics.
That's different from actually being in the kitchen.
It will be fine. Everything will turn out beautifully.
I'm starting to get worried.
Have you decided what you're going to cook? Not yet, no. I'm not sure whether Grace's favorite food has changed. People's tastes usually don't change that drastically, do they? You keep liking what you like. I agree. I doubt that her culinary preferences have changed all that much.
Exactly. For example, even though she's lost her memory, she's still fond of you.
Do you think so? I agree with everyone else. Just because Grace has amnesia doesn't mean that she's fundamentally changed. Alright then, I'll make a dish that will evoke past memories. I want to make a dish that has a sense of nostalgia to it.
And what would that be?
Soup. That's it. Grace may not remember this anymore, but back when she was conducting her research, she often made something simple in lieu of a proper meal. That way she could stay in the lab and keep at her work. She'd also make it for me whenever I visited. Even after all this time, I still remember how that soup made me feel. Whenever I think of it, all these wonderful memories come rushing back. So, I want to make it for her.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than soup. So I'm sure even a novice like you could handle it.
Plus, it's got so much meaning behind it. As for the ingredients, I think onions, potatoes, and some soup powder should do the trick. Wait a minute. Those sound like ingredients you have to procure from up on the surface. Yes, and? Ingredients from the surface are at a premium here in the Ark. What are you talking about, Rappi? We are in Reclamation Site 01. I see in the background right now. Instead, most food is processed from Splendamin. Splendamin? Have you never tried it? No, what is it?
Have you never heard of it?
I forgot what voice I did for Anis.
Have you never heard of it? Have you never even heard of it?
No, this is the first time anyone has mentioned it. Wow, I guess Splendamin didn't exist back in the prehistoric era. Must you call it that? I'd rather you refer to it as the legendary era. Oh, I guess Splendamin didn't exist back in the legendary era? I suppose not. I've never seen or heard of it at least. That can't be right. Most of the rations you've been eating here are made from Splendamin. Ah, I see. I thought my taste buds had been affected due to my slumber. I guess not. It's simply that Splendamin is revolting. Yep.
Hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think it's delicious. This Splendamin is a universal substitute meant to feed humanity, yes? That's right. Humans began to consume Splendamin after migrating to the Ark. Occasionally you can find real fruits and vegetables on Royal Road, but they are exceedingly rare, not to mention prohibitively expensive.
I see. Real food no longer exists, and in its place is this substitute. The world really has changed. Why don't you try to use the rations you've been issued?
What's up, guy with interesting name? Hello.
The taste may not be exactly what you expect, but soup is still soup.
Right, let's try making something.
Very well. Let's give it a shot.
Soon after,
There, all done.
Cinderella places a bowl of soup on the table. Oh no, it's clown music. Inside the bowl, the soup appears to have an unnatural gleam to it.
What's wrong with everyone? Don't just stare at it, dig in. I know it's my first time making it, but I'm positive that it's going to be fantastic. This recipe can't be beat, and I followed it to the letter. I'm worried. The color is fine, but it's so shiny. It's a bit concerning.
And that it is.
Huh? What are you talking about? You said yourself that the color is flawless, and yet you're standing here worrying about how I'm not a good cook? It's your first time cooking anything! How could we not be worried? What is going on with this sheen? I am not sure. Perhaps it's because everything I touch is beautiful, and such things tend to sparkle. What are you babbling about? Sparkling soup isn't beautiful in any context. It's just freaky. What do you think, Prince?
It is a bit strange.
It is? I'm hurt that you don't have faith in me, Prince.
It's not that. I'll try it. No, Commander. I'll try it first.
Rappy!
Well. Summoning her courage, Rappi lifts up her soup. Her spoon, rather. And swallows a spoonful of the soup.
Are you okay?
Huh? It's cloyingly sweet.
That can't be. I followed the recipe exactly, and there's nothing wrong with the recipe.
Cinderella takes a sip of the soup. What do you think?
This isn't right. Maybe it's because I had to use Splendamin. Hey, don't diss Splendamin, you just lousy cook! I have to practice more. Prince, can you help me?
What should I help you with?
Not much. All you need to do is sample the food in Graves' place.
Every time you cook?
That's right. That's the only way I'll be able to improve.
Why can't we all take turns taste testing.
Alright, I just remembered that I have errands to run. I can't put it off either. Sorry. Wasn't there something I needed to do as well? Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. I need you to come with me as well. Yeah. And it'll take us a while to complete. Yeah, totally. So unfortunately, we won't be able to do test of any dishes. Naturally, it's a real shame, but what can you do?
What exactly is this errand you're talking about?
Oh, you know, something. Isn't that right, Rappy? You've got your hands full as well, don't you?
Yes. I need to finish writing a report. Not you too, The poor commander, the commander's so sad. Not you too, Rappy! I'm sorry, Commander. Fine. Looks like it'll be just me. Is that okay?
As long as you're here, Prince, that's enough. Well, shall we?
Alright, let's go. Oh god. Oh my god, the shit show. The betrayal? Yeah, Rappy betrayed us. Guys, why are you leaving here? Why are you leaving me here with wife? Help? Yes, true. Top 10 anime. True. Oh my god.
Since it was too sweet before, this time I'll add some salt.
Why does it sound like that? Cinderella dumps a staggering amount of salt into the soup. Are you sure that's not too much?
Huh? Do you think so?
Try it.
Alright. It's way too salty.
Told you.
You're right. I should have used less. But how much?
Does the recipe tell you how much to put?
No. All it says is, add salt to taste.
It doesn't specify an exact amount?
No.
Are you sure your memory of this soup being delicious is correct?
Of course. Grave is a genius. Conducting research, whipping up winning dishes, there's nothing she can't do. Since it was her making it, of course it was delicious.
Then I guess we'll have to figure out the proper amounts by instinct.
I suppose so. I'll have to keep experimenting with different ratios.
Alright, we can work together on it.
Thus began the search for the perfect amount of seasoning. This time I used less salt and a bit more sugar. Try it, Prince.
Okay.
First, Cinderella attempts to use different seasonings. I added some new seasonings this time around.
What new seasonings?
Not sure, but it said it had a strong flavor. I figured if I can't find a balance between the sweetness and saltiness, then perhaps some big and bold flavors
could even things out. I'm not so sure about that logic. Just try it. The newly introduced mystery flavor is both overpowering and baffling. Baffling? I've never heard food that tastes baffling before. How is it? I think you should ditch the new seasoning. Alright. Cinderella decided to add some additional seasonings in smaller amounts. Blah 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 blah. I eased up on the seasoning this time. Alright. It's not fair to keep making you taste it first, so I'll do the honors. Thanks. How is it? No good? I don't think so. After several failed attempts, I'm sorry, Prince. It's inedible. It's inedible, isn't it? No, it's bearable. You don't look well. It's okay, you don't need to try anymore. I'll take it from here. It's fine, honestly. It tastes better than it did before. I'm glad to hear that, but why don't we both try it? Sure. Cinderella and I each sample a spoonful of the soup. The texture is silky smooth, and there is a delicate balance of salty and sweet. I think it's pretty sweet. I think it's pretty good. Yeah? Cinderella takes another spoonful. It's good, but something is missing. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like what? It smells different from how I remember it. Spice? You're right. There's a key aromatic missing. Have you got something specific in mind? Herbs. We need to add herbs. What kind of herbs? I'll know it when I see it. I distinctively recall Griff saying how adding the right herbs could save what would otherwise be a subpar soup. But is there anywhere we could find such a thing? I'll ask someone who might know. Who? Wait a minute. I turn on my comm link. Shifty, do you have a minute? Commander? Commander? I can't do... Commander? What is it? Do you know if there is anywhere near reclamation site 01 where we can find herbs? Herbs? What makes you bring up herbs all of a sudden? Allow me to explain. Cinderella tells Shifty about the soup and why we need the herbs. I see. You want to give Grave a gift. I'm pretty sure I recently saw a report on local natural resources. Wait a minute. Sure. Soon after, found it. There's a report of someone finding a small patch of fragrant plants behind the residential area near reclamation site 01. Botanic Garden hasn't yet confirmed which specific herbs they are, but they may well be what you're looking for.
That's more than enough to go on. Thank you for looking into it for us.
Thanks, Shifty.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything else. I'm heading to that field. Will you come with me, Prince?
Sure thing. Hit that subscribe button, alright, if it's your first time here. Even if it's not. Let's continue. Nostalgic scent. I'm pretty sure she said it's near here. Cinderella glances around the field.
Is that it?
Cinderella jerks forward as if something is exerting a magnetic pull on her.
Prince, I found it. I think this is it.
Cinderella points at the grass. Are you sure?
Let me see how it smells.
Cinderella plucks a blade of grass and brings it to her nostrils. Grave, are you putting normal grass in your soup?
That's it.
Oh my god. How? How are they not dead?
This is the herb. The shape, the scent. It's just like what we used to grow in the lab. I can't believe we found it here of all places.
That's great. Let's take some and head back. Cinderella?
Whoa!
I need to lower the audio of the alert box, but Jonathan, thank you very much for the sub.
Oh, sorry. The smell brought me back, that's all. Back when Grave was still a researcher.
Can you tell me more?
Of course. What wonderful days those were. Once a week, we would have a counseling session with Grave. She would see how we were doing mentally and physically, and monitor whether there were any changes in our skill level. We would talk about how we could improve going forward. This was usually done via a battery of tests, and we would discuss the results afterwards. If the test went on for a long time and we missed dinner, Grave would cook soup for us. She'd ask me to eat up so that I stayed in good health. Meanwhile, she'd only take the tiniest helping for herself and head straight back to her desk, working without a break. I would sit in the back of the lab and drink the soup Grave had made for us, staring at her back as she worked. I can still remember how beautiful she looked, so immersed in her research. I couldn't take my eyes off her. I often thought about how it was her stunning passion that allowed her to create us. Sometimes I'd get lost in her, and Siren would come looking for me because I hadn't returned to the dorm. I'd ask her to sit down next to me, and I'd share the soup with her. Before long, Hansel and Gretel would come sniffing around and ask for some as well. Inevitably, we'd end up getting too rowdy, and Grave would turn around to admonish us. She'd berate me for giving away the soup to the others when she'd made it for me. Then she'd go right ahead and make some more for everyone else, grumbling all the while about how we were burning through supply
grumbling all the while about how we were burning through supplies too quickly. Those were such good times. Will those days ever return? Will the day ever come when I can see them all again? Yes! 100% yes, Cinderella. When can we be together, safe and sound? Yes, and it will come soon. Can I do it? You can do it. Even if they no longer have memories of that time, like Grave, they might look and act differently than they did before. Will we really be able to live together peacefully despite that? When you're back together again, the first thing you can do is make them some soup. Even if they've lost their memories, they haven't lost the deep emotions. They haven't lost the emotions deep inside their hearts. You think so? If the memories of the past no longer remain, then you can go ahead and forge new memories with them. New memories. You can create joyous new memories just like the ones you hold so dear. Yes. Just like Grave did everything to rewrite our story. Precisely. Actually, while I was working on this soup, I was worried it might not amount to I was worried that it might not amount to anything. I was worried that it might not amount to anything, since Grave has forgotten those old memories. But you're right, Prince. I need to do it. Since I am the only one who remembers those times, I have to be strong. If the emotions behind those memories still reside in their hearts, it's up to me to bring them back. If the memories are well and truly gone, then I need to try and create new ones. Since our story is not yet finished, Grave never gave up on me for all those years. And now it's my turn to try and revive those memories for everyone. Yes, I know what I have to do. Even if they've forgotten our past, even if those memories are long gone, I will make it so they can experience those moments again. I will make this soup and make them remember. I'm with you all the way. Thank you for encouraging me, Prince. What do you say we get back to it? Yeah, let's go. We'll craft that beautiful soup from the past and recapture the feelings of that time once again. A few days later. How is it? It tastes perfect. Glad to hear it. Would you like to try it? I try a spoonful of the soup. After an initial wave of smooth richness passes over my taste buds, an aromatic fragrance lingers in my nostrils. Ooh, a comforting warmth spreads through my body. Oh, it's beautiful. Brilliant. This should be it. I'll get it ready to serve. Could you ask Grave to come over? Sure. Cinderella is looking for me. Yes,
She says she needs you. That's strange. Cinderella usually calls if she needs me. Has something bad happened to her? No, nothing like that. Is she in some kind of grave danger? Is that why she's unable to fetch me herself? No, not a... There's no time to waste. We have to hurry. Cinderella is in danger. I just told you she's not in Well, don't worry, Cinderella. I'm coming. Grave sprints towards Cinderella's room. Oh my god. Grave! I run after her. Cinderella. What happened? What's this? There you are. Thank you for bringing her over, Prince. Bring me here. Nice to see you, Grave. I sent Prince to fetch you because I wanted to give you a present. A present for me? Yes, sometimes I feel like all I do is take from you. So I figured it's high time I give you something in return. Could you come over here, please? Oh, okay. Cinderella grabs Grave's hand and leads her to a chair. Do I just sit here? Yes, have a seat and wait just a moment. Cinderella places a bowl of soup in front of Grave. This is... It's soup. I can see that, but what possessed you to... I made it myself as a gift to you. You made this. I certainly did. Eat up before it gets cold. Okay. Grave takes a sip of the soup. How is it? It's delicious. Really? Really? So you like it? I love it. The taste is beautiful. Cinderella, you okay? Yes, you're right. It's a beautiful dish. It's a special meal I shared with people very close to me. That was a long time ago. In the times when I felt like I was losing my senses, it was a constant source of comfort. Cinderella looks into Grave's eyes. This dish means the world to me. Cinderella. That's why I wanted to make it for you. You've helped me write a new story, and so I wanted to give you a gift in thanks. Is this something I made for you in the past? Yes. It's something you used to make for me. Although the ingredients are a bit different, I tried to replicate it as closely as I could. I see. Why are you making that expression? Do you not like it? No, I love it. It's just... I'm sorry, but I don't remember this soup. No matter how much of it I eat, I don't think it'll bring back any of those memories. I can't share that experience with you, and for that, I'm sorry.
What about right here, right now?
What do you mean?
When you eat this soup now, what does it make you feel? Grave looks at the soup.
It makes me feel warm. It makes my heart feel full. I feel like I'm about to cry, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Then that's enough. If this soup brings you that much comfort, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you can't remember the past. I made this soup for you in the here and now. For the current you who never gave up on me and never stopped fighting, even when you were all alone. All I wanted was to make you feel a small sense of comfort, a sense of warmth.
Cinderella.
You don't have to feel sorry about anything, just enjoy it. That's enough for me.
Very well. Thank you, Cinderella.
No, I'm the one who should be thankful. Grave quietly continues to eat the soup.
It's delicious.
I'm glad you enjoy it. Prince.
Yes?
Why are you standing over there all by yourself? Come over here.
I thought it'd be better for you too, to have some time. I thought it'd be better for you too to have some alone time.
Well, you're wrong. We're gonna create new memories today, and I want the first one to be with you as well. Grave isn't the only one I'm grateful for. You're included in that list too.
Still, come here. Let's eat together. I have a lot to be thankful for when it comes to you as well. If we are gonna be forging new memories, then I want you included from the start. I don't know what to say.
Since Grave and I are in agreement, don't say anything. Instead, come and eat with us.
Alright, I will.
You can sit on this side. Cinderella places a bowl of soup in front of me. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have a sip of Cinderella's soup, which is full of nostalgia and bygone memories. How is it? It's an unforgettable gift.
You're right. I don't think I'll ever forget today, this moment.
It's the same for me as well. I won't ever forget this day, nor how wonderful it made me feel. I will never forget this newly written memory. The next time there comes a day when I'm feeling nostalgic, and want to feel that old sense of warmth again. Will you both join me and have a nice meal together and join me down memory lane?
Of course.
I absolutely will. Cinderella smiles brightly. Thank you so much.
I'm the DJ Lord, I'm the DJ Lord, I'm the DJ Lord. Jiggle physics, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle physics, jiggle. 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 Jiggle physics, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle physics.